Hello. Hi, Rebel. Hi, Flo.
All right, Modeo, how's it going?
Hi, Rebel. Yeah, wow, it's happening.
Ready to start
Fuck.
the show?
Yeah,
All
and
right, all
oh,
right. Let's do this. Let's get the intro going. All right,
yeah.
okay. Here we go. The block height is 868-870. You are listening to the one and only Art of Freedom, the premier Bitcoin art show on ever, anywhere, weekly, held here on Spaces with me, Rebel Money, and my wonderful co-host Flo. Flo, how are we doing?
Hi, Revel. Hi, Modeo. How are you guys?
I'm
No-
great, Flo. How are you? Are you still in Argentina at the moment?
Yes, this is my last day here. It's been a very special experience, and today I have a very cool Bitcoiners meetup, Spanish-speaking meetup. So that's also new. So I'm super happy.
Awesome. I did see that post earlier. The Genesis block, which someone had put over a door of or covered a whole building in. That was really cool.
Yeah, and we were just walking through the city and we just saw that like randomly. And yeah, there is a lot going on in Argentina. I think it's much more active than where I live in Santiago in Chile. And the Bitcoin community is very old, and that's why this conference that I was participating in, it's really one of the oldest and biggest of at least of Latin America. Mhm.
Oh, fantastic! And made lots of new friends there, artist friends.
Yeah, I got to meet a lot of the Bitcoiners from Spain, of course, from Argentina, and it's been really cool. Yeah. I'm
Fantastic.
hoping. I hope I was part of a panel, so I'm waiting for the video, and I'll add some English subtitles to it, and I'm hoping for that, like to share that, and yeah.
That would be awesome. It's a chance for me to brush up on my Spanish. I just need to get past hola, but I should be okay with that. You know, if I can just master a couple more phrases, I'm sure I'll be fine. Flo.
I think if you see it, you will understand completely what's going on. Like the conversation, I mean, it was polite, but yeah, we were not on the same page. But it was fun.
Ooh, ooh. Were they shilling their coins on there, and you were shilling Bitcoin? Is
Eh,
that what it was?
so one of the panel, since we're talking, sorry, Mario, I'm gonna speak a bit about this, and then we go straight to the interview.
yeah,
Um, so we were three panelists. One was Guerrilla. So Guerrilla is from Spain, and he's a super maxi Bitcoiner. He claims he's not an artist, but he's creating a lot of images to spread the word of Bitcoin. He uses artificial intelligence and a lot of memes. So he was like from the digital world explaining his position, and then there was this other girl who comes from like the traditional art world, and she sells like NFTs, and she sells everything with the Ethereum network. She says she only uses Bitcoin like for savings. So of course we had like different perspectives, and I think it was a fun conversation. But yeah, we were not maybe agreeing so much, but that's also still very fun.
You didn't have any of them in a headlock at the end, did you, Flo?
Sorry.
You didn't have them
Sorry.
in a headlock like a wrestling move at all.
No, no, no. They were fighting more between they themselves. No, how do you say it? I think, but I don't know. We'll have to see the recording.
I can't wait for that. That's amazing. Good. Well done, Flo, on spreading the good news of Bitcoin art out there, and hopefully that person sees the light and dedicates more of her time maybe to Bitcoin. That would be really cool. All right, cool. Just Modio, you just kind of wait just a little bit longer. I know you're keen, mate. All right, just a little bit longer. All right.
yeah. Of course, I'm very keen.
You are keen, mate. You're keen. Right. Okay. So very quickly, just
Yeah.
a quick few things. Thank you, everyone. This is the Art of Freedom. It's fireworks night here as well in the UK. So if you hear lots of bangs, don't worry, I'm safe. The police haven't got me just yet. The Please, if you want to interact with us, we would love that. So do that by requesting to speak or putting a message in the bottom right. It's much better live, and we really enjoy chatting with you. Secondly, if you're about in Bristol on the 16th of November, which is in the UK, and you just want to show your art, we're going to have a mini Bitcoin art get together. I'm doing a little talk on Bitcoin art, but if you're around and you want to exhibit your art on the wall of the conference, there's a couple of cool Bitcoiners there. There's Ben Ark of Lightning fame, and a few others as well, Bitcoin Policy Institute, etc. So if you want to get some art shown, please get in touch with me, and I'll make that happen and spread the good news of your art to the English audience. Right, okay, done with that. So next up is what you've all been waiting for. Modeo is back in the rodeo. This guy, I got to be honest, he's burst onto the Bitcoin art scene in the last year, and met with him several times at several events. He's a bit of a legend. Always an incredible laugh. I have so much fun chatting with him, and also an incredible artist as well, bringing his own unique style to Bitcoin. So I'd like to say the only German word I know, which is Guten Tag, to Modeotec. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, hi. Hi, Rebel and Flo, and hello to the listeners. Yeah, wow. You said I'm very keen for this show. I'm very nervous.
Are you, mate?
Yeah, of course.
You shouldn't be, mate. You shouldn't
Yeah.
be. You're a confident guy. You're very funny.
Yeah,
And
funny. Thank you. Yeah.
and you listen. Probably you're one of the probably one of the hardcore of the Art of Freedom. We're really grateful that you do listen and contribute most weeks as well. So first of all, thank you for that. Really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So Modeo, let's talk a little bit more about you. So you've burst onto the Bitcoin art scene this year. Just give us a brief background into how you got into Bitcoin and art, mate.
Yeah, Bitcoin and art. Well, first I began with my history, how I got into Bitcoin. Well, I began with Bitcoin in 2019, and it was not about art. It was about electrics. Yes, I'm an electrical engineer, and in 2019, my boss came to me and said, "Listen, you are an electrical engineer. Could you please install this machine?" And he gave me a Bitcoin mining machine. It was an S9 from Bitmain, and he said, "Listen, I don't know what this machine is doing, and yes, and he said, plug in electricity and look what the machine is doing." So, and I did it. So, and what was it? It was a Bitcoin mining machine. It was producing Bitcoins, of course. And I've seen on the website the Satoshis are growing and growing, and I didn't know what is happening here. So the amount of Satoshis is growing on the website. So, and yeah, that was very funny. I didn't know anything about Bitcoin in 2019. So my first contact with Bitcoin was a mining machine. Yeah, I think that's very crazy. That was crazy for me. And then, yeah, I was interested, yeah, about what's happening here. What is this? What is this number of Satoshis? So, and then I came to Bitcoin. I'm a technical guy, and I read a lot of Bitcoin books in 2020, 21, and so my beginning was with Bitcoin hardware. I'm the guy with I'm the repair guy. If my television is damaged or my computer, I repair this. So I'm the guy with the soldering iron, and that's my entrance into the technology of Bitcoin. I would say like this. So I'm the guy with the computers and the nodes and the miners. So and that's the my beginning of Bitcoin. So I would say
That's great,
like
mate.
that.
So, but unlike a lot of people, then you kind of went in at the technical end, because I think a lot of us, myself included, were like, "Ooh, number go up is one of the things that kind of drew us in at the start." And as they say, we came in, we got in with for the number go up, and we stayed for the culture. So it's very interesting how you started from a technical point of view, and then I guess slowly but surely then developed a passion for the Bitcoin culture.
Yeah. Well, I'm the technical guy, but so this economical part, I wasn't really interested. So this is a very strange situation. Everybody's talking about number go up, or it's about financial freedom. And what's this freedom in Bitcoin? So it took some time to understand this. So if you study Bitcoin, that's my message. If you study Bitcoin, it needs a lot of time. Bitcoin has a lot of perspectives, the technical and the economics, and art, of course. So it's a journey for me as well. It was a journey about philosophy, and I read a lot of books, technical books, but in every line there is a philosophy inside. So it's a technology revolution, but it's also the evolution of money, I would say, and there are a lot of messages inside the technological part. So that's my view. I would say, and I was thinking about the philosophy of Bitcoin and about the messages. And I've always been a creative person, and I've always looked for a medium to express myself, and I think Bitcoin gave me my perspective. So I found a way with my art to express myself, to express the messages behind Bitcoin, and to show people that technology can be beautiful. So like that.
I think it's you have a very interesting story, like starting from this from the technological side, like learning from the machines first, and then what is the whole thing about. And I was wondering, like, at what point did you like start doing the images? Like you start because you were introduced by from a technical perspective, like how is this machine used and all of that, but how was the crossover to like I can use this as my creative materials to propose these special artworks?
Well, one thing is that for Bitcoin mining, you need a lot of energy. You need a lot of power, and this image, I think, was the beginning. I always was I was repairing a Bitcoin machine, a Bitcoin mining machine. It was damaged, and I replaced some parts, and I plugged into the electric plugs, but it exploded. It exploded, and I've seen the computer or the mining machine. It was black, and it was white, and it was gold. So and this was like art. So it was exploded. It was dangerous. Yes, it was. It was dangerous in this moment, but it was art. And then I began thinking, well, this gold on this mining machine, on this PCB, maybe I can do something to show that technology and Bitcoin and art is connected. So that's my entrance. It's a weird story, but it was an exploding mining machine was my beginning. So and then I found out, how to create these circuit boards. So a circuit board, maybe I explain it what a circuit board is. So what my art is about. So my medium, my canvas, are circuit boards. It's hardware. It's inside every computer and every mobile phone, and it's a flat board, and it connects all electrical parts. So like the processor or the memory stick or whatever. So it's a very necessary product into every computer. It's the heart of a computer. So, and for me, Satoshi Nakamoto, he coded Bitcoin, he coded his protocol on a computer, on a PC. And the main part is this PCB. So every software, it always needs hardware parts, and this is my message that without any PCBs, without any these boards, Bitcoin cannot exist. So that's my beginning. So it's the fundament of Bitcoin. So my medium, my canvas, is this special material. So, and maybe you've seen some artworks from Modeotec by me, and it's gold and mostly black. So, and these colors, black and green and gold, you can find in every computer. If you open your MacBook, especially Apple MacBooks, the PCB is black. So it's the standard. So, and I don't use other colors than used in computers, because it's the fundament. So I don't give other colors on it. So yeah.
Yeah, Modeo, mate, you're doing an amazing job, mate. I'm loving this. This is it's so cool, and it is just a great way to think about Bitcoin. And I love the fact that you decided on the colors by the fact that the miner exploded. That is insane. That is so good. And then you got your gold and black and bits of green as well, as you said in there. And they're very iconic pieces that you have. And Flo has just, if everyone wants to have a look at some of Modeo's artwork, which you may have not seen, they're in, if you click on the bottom right hand corner in the messages tab, you can have a look at some of Modeo's pieces. So mate, I think I was in Amsterdam with you recently, and one of my favorite Modeotec pieces that you've created is this giant with the hammer. And what I particularly liked about it was just the absolute sheer epicness of it. You could see like the movement, the muscles, the shading in particular on it, all together as well. A great choice of frame which can set off an art piece altogether. Just talk to me about the background of that piece and how you came up with the design and how that came to life.
Yeah. So this artwork is called Worker, and it's a strong person with a lot of muscles. So like the Bitcoin network, Bitcoin network. It's a network of nodes computers, of servers, and it shows, my artwork shows the strength of the Bitcoin network. So it's a decentralized system. All over the world, there are this distributed system, and it means together we are strong. And the person on this artwork has a hammer on it, a Bitcoin hammer, and yeah, it's smashing down the fiat system, maybe something like that. So you can smash down the fiat system with the strength of Bitcoin, with this decentralized system, with this money of freedom. So and there's a lettering on the artwork that's a TikTok next block. So that means the time of fiat money is running out. So, but Bitcoin is creating every 10 minutes a new block, going on. So TikTok next block. And another perspective is that this person is a Bitcoin mining machine. So yeah, sorry, I've lost my lines.
Don't worry. I really like that piece. I was thinking just about that, like it kind of represents for me like the strength of the mining network, but this idea of like how the network is secured by every block is making it even more and more strong. And something you mentioned before, the importance of how you picked your materials and your colors and all of that. I really love that. I had no idea that this was like so intentional. Like I knew you had like an aesthetics, but because I'm a super materials nerd, I really love when materials are also part of what you want to represent and you want to say. I know that each piece like might be different, and sometimes we use the materials we just want to, but I really love when the materials are like in sync with the idea, with the message and all of that. And what I've noticed in knowing you and your work is that you have done a lot of collaborations. I mean, I've seen you have done like a collaboration with Madex, with Asanoha. And so I was wondering how has been for you to work with other artists in the space? How have you felt about it? And we also saw the collaboration with Frederick, who is here with us. That was very beautiful. So if you can share about that process and tell us about that.
Yeah, sure. Well, I really like to work together with Bitcoiners. So they have this this special view on life, on our monetary system. So we have the same energy. And my first collaboration was with Asanoa. Asanoa is an US American artist, and he uses gold and black, and wow, that's the same colors I use. So, and he's a very fine artist, so he's very high class. So and I wrote him on Twitter, Asanoa, I like your colors. So is it possible to do a collaboration or something? So can I need more followers. Asanoa, please help me. Let's do something special together. So that was a beginning, and we worked for about 6 or 7 months for the first piece, and wow! And all of my collaborations, they are full of energy, full of I would say full of love. So we love Bitcoin and we love art. So I can't explain. It's wow. You say you have the same ideas in the same moment. You write your lines, and Madex or Frederick or Shalu and the other friends of with which I do some collaborations, they have the same ideas in the same moment. So let's do something gold here, or black here, or yellow here, or not yellow, white, white here. So when we are talking about colors, so it's yeah, we are on the same level in this moment. So but most of the time I did not talk to them. So we're just writing via Twitter or Telegram, but it's okay. So that's a conversation. If you have the same energy and the same messages, it doesn't need talking. I would say so. It's between the lines, you know. It's wow. I can't say more. So that's great. So I go to I go to Twitter, and I've seen an artist, and I love his art. So maybe I contact him and I say, look at my art. Can we do something together? So I'm not that I'm not the artist working alone at home, doing his art, talking to nobody. So I love the part working together, and I realized in Bitcoin art space we are stronger together. We are together is the better way, I think. So, and I love the energy. And wow, and Rebel, you said I'm in the core. I'm in the core of the Bitcoin art space. So thank you very much. So yes, it was growing last year. I worked a lot, and I went to Madeira, to Nashville, and then last big event was Amsterdam. So I've met a lot of very nice people there, and it's so cool. It's so cool. Yes.
You have, mate, and you made loads of friends, and like it's just a joy to hang out with you, to chat with you. And one thing I would say is that you're always, and this works not just from a collaborative point of view, you're always cheering on Bitcoin art and Bitcoiners as well, and that positive attitude is amazing, and really it is echoed a lot in the Bitcoin art space. But I definitely think that you embody that spirit that is within the space of this community feel, working together, not necessarily, not being a competition, etc. We're just all working together to push Bitcoin art forward into, so we can create it the best possible art that we can do together, basically. So I think I speak for a lot of people in the audience that would agree with me there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah. You have a question for me, please?
I'm happy to give you questions, mate.
Yeah, give me a question.
I'll give you a question instead. Okay,
Oh
right.
my
Well,
God.
we'll do a split then. Okay, so you're listening to the Art of Freedom here. In case you've just joined us, you need to follow Modeotec because he's looking for followers at the moment. So if you haven't
Of
followed
course.
Modeotec, give him a follow straight away. He's a lovely guy, and he might reach out and do a collaboration with you. So Modeo, I'm just wondering, like, looking at several of your pieces, you've chosen the circuit board as a medium, which is very striking, very cool. Obviously, I don't want to reveal too much of your methods, because I do believe you kind of the artist is a bit like a magician, where they work out, they you don't reveal your tricks, etc.
Yeah.
But how do you even go about working with a circuit board? In my head, I just can't imagine. Is there a soldering iron involved? Is how how do you kind of roughly go from the initial idea to the finished product?
Yeah, well, a circuit board, it's part of computers since the, I don't know, 1920s. So the first computers ever have this part inside. And first you have two electrical parts, and you want to connect it together. Like you have a plug in your wall. There is electricity, but you need to plug in, and then what's happening next? So there's electricity. So, and the electricity flows. It's flowing, and you need cables. Or in every computer, you cannot use such much cables. So you need other possibilities to get the electricity flow from the part to parts. And in a mobile phone, there are hundreds of electrical parts, small parts, but they need a connection, a physical connection. So in this circuit board, it's a flat board about 1.6 millimeters thick. So, and you can drill a hole inside, and you can place the electrical part inside, and then you solder it. And soldering means you connect physically the part with this board. And the board is made of copper. It's full of small thin paths, so where the electricity is flowing. So copper is the main part of a circuit board, and to get the strength and the shape of this board, you need fiberglass. So maybe you know fiberglass from cars or whatever. It's a very strong material. So that's the base. You have this fiberglass and this copper, and you can see gold on my artworks. Yes, and it's used in electronics. It's the same gold. It's a very thin layer of 22 karat gold, and this gold is used for protecting the copper. So if you it's a corrosion process. If you leave copper lying on your table about 1 week, so there's a layer of I don't know the word. So it's corrosion. It's a corrosion. So, and you use copper as a protection layer, and it's very good for the electrical parts. This gold, you easily can connect your processor or your memory or whatever in the computer with the surface of the board if you use gold. So yeah, and then, well, you have to place your design on this board. So like this worker or every design motive I put on. So how does it work? So yeah, that's a very complex process. So it's an etching process. So first you have the full board is full of copper layer. And then you place your design. You print on a transparent foil your design. So like the worker, like this person on a transparent foil, and you put it on the copper layer. So, and then you use UV light to place or to put the design on this copper. So you fix it on the copper layer. So, and then you put the board, you place the board into a liquid, and the liquid is an acid, and it removes the copper you don't want. So, and then your design is fixed. There is your design in copper. And then you need gold on the copper. There's no problem. You put the board into another liquid, and the liquid is filled with this 22 karat gold. And then you have a connection between the copper and the gold. So that's the main process. It's very complex. I know it's very complex. And then you have another process if you have white. And white, normally you use in electronics to place kind of lettering. So you because the people in the production of you want to assemble a computer, you need an instruction where to place this capacitor or this resistor. So, and then you write with white lettering. For example, R1. So this is resistor 1, place it here, or R2, place it here. So normally this white is used for instruction, I would say. So, but I use it for my designs. So it's the same. It's the same process. I say, put the left arm of this worker in white, and then the right arm is in gold, or the Bitcoin hammer, and the Bitcoin symbol is in black. So I decide in the software, what's happening on the board. So what's happening with the colors. So when I found a way to use the software normally used for PCB production, for circuit board production, so for my art. But I must say the software is very old-fashioned. So it's introduced in 1980 or in the 90s. So it changed a lot, yes, but it's not used for graphics. So it's partly yes, but it's not used for my art. So, and I found a way to use the software for putting complex graphics on it. So that was my process. That was my learning process for 1 year or 1.5 years. And I just learned it from YouTube videos or books, old books. I have a book here from 1970, and this book shows me how to put graphics in an easy way. So like the software is like from the medieval times, so it's very old-fashioned. But I found a way.
Hey, Modeo. I think that what you're describing, this process, is very similar to when you create metal engraving, like to print the metal. Is that correct? Like I feel like it's similar to etching, and like I have done some pieces where you put the copper or other metals into this acid. You protect it. I had never used something so. Like I would block it by hand or with but this plastic, you said you were like sticking to it. I have never used something like that, but I kind of feel like it's similar. And maybe also I'm wondering, could one print with your circuit boards? Like could I put it through like a press and like have a replica of paper, like does it make like a, because it must, for that to work, of course it has to make like some part of the material must be like a little bit lower than the rest so that the ink can go, you know what I'm saying.
You want to print on the circuit board with your technique?
No, I'm just wondering, like, if this is similar to metal engravings, and if we could use the circuit board, like put ink into it and have print the images on paper. Maybe I'm going to very.
I see. I see. Oh yes, that's possible. So I have I did the collaboration with Frederick, and it's not engraved, so it's the other way. It's embossed. Maybe you know this word, embossed. So so the design on my board is higher. It's I can't explain.
I think I understand. Yeah.
So yes, and if you color the PCB and you put a paper on it. So I would say the design will be seen then. So yeah.
That would be a very cool experiment. Before I ask you, we have 2 crowd questions. Before I ask you those, I want to remind everyone that you can join us in the conversation or also write down questions in the comments if you'd like. And the first one says, if this is from Bitart, if you are in a strange situation where you have to choose one of your favorite artworks you were creating, and he says, I know every artist love everything they're creating. Which one would it be, and what's the story behind it?
Okay, so the question is what my most favorite artwork is.
Yeah, from what you have created, and what's the story behind that piece?
Well, that's very difficult. So my first artworks are the artworks for the hardworking artworks, you know. So there was a lot of energy in it. Maybe the artwork Art of Freedom. Words of Freedom. So this is an artwork about the seed phrases. So I used the Satoshi mask, so the mask, and I used some of the BIP 39 words, so the seed phrases words, to show that you only need 12 words to get your financial freedom. So in this idea to use words for art, I really love this. To give words another meaning. So you have this word car, and car is a word in the BIP 39 list, and in this list means that you can create your own private keys. So you have the simple word car, but you can get your financial freedom with it. So you can go over a border, or you are in a prison, but you can have the word car in your head, in your mind, and you can go after prison or whatever. You can insert it into a hardware wallet or software or whatever into the Bitcoin network, and you can get your value, your Bitcoin. So you don't need a third person. So, and that's this idea was very intense, and this artwork means a lot to me. I showed it in Madeira, and there was an auction by Fractal Encrypt. He auctioned on a website, and after this auction, I met the buyer of this. He was from Europe, and not far away from me. And I drove to him, and I handed over this artwork he bought on Madeira. So he wasn't there in Madeira, but online. So, and that was a really nice experience. My first selling artwork, and then I handed over to the buyer. So that for every artist, I think that's the greatest experience. So, and together with this nice artwork and connected to the buyer, so that was a wow, mind-blowing experience. So for answering the question, yeah, this Words of Freedom from the late 2023 was a really special artwork.
I love this story. Yeah, it really is very cool when you have the chance to meet a collector. It makes it so special. And the second question was, have you ever thought of using other conductive metal than gold as element and color for your artworks, like silver, for example, black and silver? This is from V21.
Yeah, V21. Hey, yeah, it's possible. So it's first you can use other colors than gold. So it's normally it's gold and silver. Yes, silver or tin. So it's silver colored. Yes. So well, I will do a special with Shalu with this white paper. So normally it's in gold, but this white paper artwork, collaboration artwork, I will do in silver. And yeah, and then other colors are possible for this fiberglass color. So this for this black. So there are white, blue, red, green. Green is used since 1917, but it disappeared a bit. But green is also nice. And then you have this noster color. So this it's like a pink. I don't know the name. So noster color. Yeah, you can do a lot with colors. So and that's my challenge. My challenge is to use the combination of the limited colors. So you have this, you can decide, okay, black or red, and what's the you do I use white or black, and black is not possible on a black PCB. So there are a lot of combinations. I think it's about 50 combinations or something like that you can use, but on one circuit board you only can use a maximum of 5. So you can decide gold on black, or silver on black, silver on white, silver on blah 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 blah. But you cannot use in the same time. So, but I decided gold on black because it's there's yeah, people like gold and black. But if you say you want red or blue or white, yeah, you can talk to me. We can do a collaboration or on commission or whatever. So if you have a favorite color, you can ask me. I can show you in 3D on my software how the colors work together. So how the appearance is. Yeah. If you have so V21, if you have a special color, let's fucking go.
I love it, mate. It's great. And what they say around art and creativity, in order to be really creative, you need to limit yourself sometimes as artists. So sometimes it's not great to have all the colours under the sun, because then you are spoiled too much for choice, and having a limited palette like you have definitely breeds more creativity. I'm just wondering, with the kind of the gold, whether you see that as kind of ironic or funny that you're doing Bitcoin art in gold, though Bitcoin is looking to replace gold, because Bitcoin is the new gold as well.
Yeah, that's a funny situation. Yeah, I know. And I did one artwork that is the Executive Order 6102. It's from 1933, and it's the presidential executive order to ban gold in this time, to ban gold. So, and my physical artwork is this order, the lettering is in gold. So that's ironic, huh? I would say so. And oh yes, Bitcoin will kill gold. But it's digital gold, I think. So if we use this term gold, yeah, we say Bitcoin is digital gold, and yeah, it has another meaning or another yeah, I don't know. So we will see what's happening to Bitcoin and gold.
Modeo, I think I'm right in saying this. I'm just again piquing my curiosity. There are so many great German Bitcoin artists out there. We've had quite a few of them on our show, and I'm probably going to miss a few here, but Raya, Zitra. More recently, we had Bart, who'd had his sculpture at Amsterdam. So why do you think there are a lot of German Bitcoin artists, say compared to let's say pick France or somewhere else like that?
Well, that's a good question. So my background isn't really about art. I didn't study art. So it's just well, I didn't come across art. Well, I don't know. Maybe Bitcoin and Germany. Maybe it is about the inflation in 1923 or something. So it's about maybe the history. So we don't want to go back to the inflation like in 1923. And every German, I think, or most of the German, they have this old inflation money at home. So like these coins with 200 Deutsche Mark. So it's 200, and normally it's about 2 cents now, or 1 cent. So this is inflation money. Maybe we have this connection to the economical part of Bitcoin. So, and then, yeah, we are creative. Germans, I don't know, maybe we have this creativity and engineering. Yes, we have this engineering, but we also have this art part. Maybe.
I agree. I think that's a really cool explanation there, and definitely makes a lot of sense as well. If part of your history, I mean, whenever we talk about hyperinflation, we always talk about Weimar Republic and having, and I guess is you must learn a lot about that in school, kind of growing up. So it just makes sense, and a lot of node runners as well in Germany as well. So that's really.
Yeah.
We are we're heading into the last 5 minutes, Modeo. Mate, when you messaged me before the show saying I don't think I can fill an hour,
Yeah.
we here we are, mate. We're almost at that milestone, and there is so much more to talk about as well. It's incredible, isn't it? Once you get going.
Yeah. That's right. So I have some last words.
Oh, okay. Okay, here we go.
So if it's okay, so
of course, mate.
So I want to message all, or to say all, do art. So don't be too shy to be creative. And if you just draw one line a day, it's better than drawing nothing on your empty paper. So experience art. So begin doing art again. So as a child, you were drawing a lot of shit. Yes, but it's not shit. So it's part of you. And my message is maybe do more art. So, and do it again, and connect it to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not just money. It's not just technological system. So in my view, it's really art. So Satoshi was an artist. So he was just coding with his fingers on a keyboard, but this was his canvas. I would say this his paintbrushes were like this. I don't know. The white paper was his first artwork work in 2008, and then he disappeared. But he left a museum of art, so he left his code, and all the people using Bitcoin are people then going to a museum and seeing art or a gallery. We are gallery users, I would say, something like that. So if we use a software wallet, we can see the paintbrush of Satoshi, I would say. So, and experiment with this. So every day you can think about Bitcoin and about art and about the messages behind Bitcoin, about the philosophy. So yeah, maybe that's my message. Be creative.
Wow, that is awesome. Mr. Modeotec. I think we're just going to leave it there. Actually, we have we're very quickly. We have Bitcoin Shooter who's asked to speak. Mr. Shooter, you've got about 30 seconds, sir. Let's see if he comes on.
Yo, yeah. Hey, great talk. I just wanted to say, there's a Michelangelo quote that says, "A man paints with his brains and not with his hands." So, thought that's exactly what you guys were describing. So, yeah, creativity, right? You're joining things together. You're creating bridges. So, I'm very much looking forward to looking at your art, man. First time I'm hearing about you. So, right on.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Michelangelo. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Thank you very much for your contribution there, mate, and also really just on that. Love the trailers as well for No More Inflation as well. So we'll definitely have to get you back on the show as well sometime soon. Modeo, I got to be honest, mate, it's been an absolute joy here, and to come on a show where English is not your first language and express yourself so well in such a poignant way and thought-provoking way. It's been fantastic, mate, and just really appreciate you coming on. Just before we go, do you want to just tell everyone where they can go and experience your art?
Yeah, thank you very much for your last words. So thank you. Yes, you go to Twitter, I would say. So my website is very shitty at the moment, so I have some problems with the website. But my Instagram account, Modeotec, is growing. But most of the time, I post on Twitter. And if you want to see more pictures of special artwork, I can send it via Telegram. So yeah, and I'm always there with Modeotec.
Thank you, Modeo. Ladies and gentlemen, if you give the emoji, go to the emoji at the bottom and give Mr. Modeotec a round of applause emoji. That would be fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on today on the Art of Freedom. Flo, do you have anything you want to add just before we kind of close out the show?
No, I just wanted to thank Modeo for coming and talking to us. As always, it fills me with joy to talk to you. It's crazy how you have this very bright energy, Modeo. So thank you so much. And about your last words that were very, very good. I just think creativity inspires more creativity. So thank you so much for encouraging people to be creative. And creativity is not just about art. I mean, everything could, maybe it is, I don't know. But yeah, be creative in your field. Be creative in this fiat system has been trying to steal our creativity, and now we're taking it back. So thank you for those words. Thank you, Shooter, for the quote. I didn't know about it. I loved it. And thank you, everyone, for being here today with us.
We are back next Monday, where we'll be delving into the world of fashion again with 21 million. Until then, hope to see you same time next week. Have a incredibly creative week. As in the words of Modeo, just draw a line, just do it, and go out and make something awesome. Thanks very much for joining. We'll see you